I'm Scott L. Miller. It's the 29th of April, 2023. Today is the time we need to renew our tourist visas here in Nicaragua. We have to do that once every 180 days by going completely outside of the visa zone. Today is that day, so we are heading to Costa Rica right after the bump.
This love is ill. I wish that it was different. Don't know what it is that made us so indifferent. We're drifting in the dark. Can we do better? Wish I could rewind back to the start. Can we do better than this? Better.
It's been a crazy morning. We got up and got on the road by 5 o'clock this morning in León. We drove across the country to Peñas Blancas, the border crossing into Costa Rica. And the girls and I, Liesel is currently in the bathroom. We're at duty free, and Luciana and I are just waiting for her in the car. We have already crossed out of Nicaragua into Costa Rica, paid our taxes, left Costa Rica, back into Nicaragua, got the car, saw Paul and Dominica off on their journey, and we are now starting to make our way north again. Really long morning, but everything went really well with border control and all of that. Very successful morning. We are now, we hooked up a GoPro. We're going to try to record a bit of the border zone and the trip north so you can see what it's like driving through southern Nicaragua, which we filmed some of before, but never anywhere near the amount that we're going to be able to get today. So we're excited about that. We are headed home, and then I'm heading out to the beach this afternoon and evening because my friend Kim, who was supposed to be here yesterday, didn't make it. She's out there on the beach, and I'm gonna go hang out with her, and we're going dancing at Pelican Surf tonight. The recording of the drive went pretty well, and we got some neat video, and we're going to be putting up, if you like what you're seeing on the screen, I'm gonna be putting a lot of this up on Drive Warp coming up. Probably, I really hope by the time this video goes live, but if not, within a day or two, and you'll be able to see more or less the entire drive from Peñas Blancas, which is the border, the La Frontera with Costa Rica, all the way up into northern or western Nicaragua. So several hours of driving and a beautiful drive, some really nice stuff going through some neat areas, and we got almost all of it. We missed only tiny sections, so that will be a pretty nice video for those who enjoy my Drive Warp series. I know I haven't gotten a lot of those out, but I now have the car and I'm driving, and I've got a couple mounts and I've got new cameras, and we're doing some of that stuff. So we're gonna get back to that and get a lot more of it, which I'm thankful for. Our drive went really smoothly. We stopped at duty free really quickly for Liesel to use the bathroom, and off we went. And it went really well. We wanted to stop in Jinotepe for food. We didn't manage to find the restaurant that we wanted, so we actually had a little bit of a struggle finding food on the road. Here's a tip if you are doing a drive like this across Nicaragua. There aren't a lot of places you're gonna wanna stop for food. There's always somewhere to eat. There's always a gas station somewhere. There's always a little restaurant somewhere, but they're not as conveniently located as you might think, and the big place to eat is Jinotepe. If you're going to wanna stop somewhere along the trip and you don't want traditional Nicaraguan food, you're going to want to use Jinotepe. It just is how it is. Or if you're hungry early, Rivas. Those are your locations. Don't try to find something somewhere else. You're gonna pass by nothing. Some casillo stands, maybe some like little fritangas on the side of the road, but you're not gonna get like a meal, and you're not gonna have variety. Plan for Jinotepe, spend some time, look on Instagram or on one of the guides, find some restaurants that look interesting. There's lots of good food there. It is a major food city. There are food courts that you can go to and get variety in one place. There's really famous restaurants there, lots of good things. So you have lots of options, but you need to plan for it and have a backup option. Restaurants close all the time. Things go out of business. Things are hard to find. Maps of Jinotepe are notoriously terrible. Google Maps is always wrong. Leave yourself plenty of time. Don't be in a time crunch. Don't be stuck with only one option. Don't be completely counting on finding that one thing. Just leave yourself some time, and if you have a navigator, it'll be that much easier. Look places up, drive around a little bit. It's not too hard to drive around. It's a small city, but you're gonna have a hard time finding the restaurants. Give yourself a little bit of latitude, but that is where you're going to want to eat, so that's an important tip. We ended up not getting any food ourselves, and we drove on to León. We do have a busy day going on today because Kim did make it in last night, or really early this morning. Actually, not that early. It was about 3:30 this morning by the time she got to the beach. So she's been mostly sleeping today, and we got home. I dropped off the kids, changed, did a few things, and got out to the beach to hang out because we are going to be going out tonight. So Marcella and I picked her up and we went out to the beach, hung out with Kim. Sean and Cindy are in town. Paul and Dominica had managed to see them yesterday, just a little bit, but they're here for months, so we're hanging out, and hopefully they're going to be doing a Dungeons and Dragons campaign with the kids, so everybody's really excited about that. And by I mean with the kids, I mean with me too. But that's something that we've been wanting to do for a long time, and it just hasn't been able to happen, and that's going to happen now. So that's coming up really soon, that we're going to be playing Dungeons and Dragons with someone who really does it. Like, I used to really do it, but it's been a long time, and I really like to play, not DM, so I'm looking forward to getting to be a player. The whole thing's going to be a lot of fun. Very excited about that. So we hung out for a few hours at the hotel, had dinner there. I had ordered dinner for the kids from Sua, so they would have stuff to eat at the house, and we got, when that was delivered, we ate at the beach, and then we went out to Pelican to go dancing tonight. This was Kim's night out dancing. We wanted to kind of give her the introduction. She had the day to kind of chill on the beach and get relaxed from her flight and everything, and so now she has friends on the beach to hang out with, and has gotten to have the food and has had some drinks and got to go out dancing, got that experience all in the first day. So very cool about that. And that was pretty much our day. It was a really successful hairpin trip to Costa Rica. That went as smooth as it reasonably could. No problems at all. Very glad that we gave that a try. Paul and Dominica had a very successful flight. They got up to Los Angeles, where they're going to be spending the day while they await their next flight, which is to the Philippines, which will be in the morning. So they are in Los Angeles and will be chilling there for a little while. They had some stuff delivered that they were able to pick up. So all of their travel is going smoothly at the moment, including the border stuff. So overall, a very successful day. The girls and I took a quick stop on the drive home on the north side of El Crucero in Managua to stop at one of the Miradors, which are like observation points around the country. We never get to see these normally, and this one's not particularly exciting, but it is relatively new, and it is kind of an interesting community point. It is the Mirador Gabriel Wood Ruiz, and I think I have that right. I'm going to show a little bit. It is at the confluence of a couple of the highways. And it's here where there's a relatively big valley going on. It's a beautiful spot, although kind of interesting that they put a Mirador here for sure. This is the highway we just came down. It's a pretty winding road. And what's neat is they put in this community outdoor gymnasium equipment at some of these Miradors as well. So they function as kind of a spot for kind of a community park and an observation point, and they put in some shops and stuff and a little bit of parking. It's a good spot if you're out doing things on the road. You can stop on the way, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So I just wanted to show it to you guys because it's something very different. We never get to show that on the channel. So we're here in northern El Crucero, and we're on our way back after our adventures doing the border run in Costa Rica. All right, it is super windy because we're up on top of the hill, but we're at the main observation point, the Mirador, up on Highway 169, and it's a beautiful, beautiful spot. I've been wanting to stop here for a long time, and it's always cloudy up here, which is really neat, but so the views are always from in the clouds pretty much. And on one side of the road, see if you can see it over there, there's this beautiful housing development that's been there for a little while, and there's a couple of them like that along here. On this is the new highway, the new Managua bypass. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see. So we came from there. That goes towards El Crucero, and this direction heads towards Santa Ana. And this is the view of Managua from the highway. And you can see down here, this is a mountainous region where they can't really build because there's so many mountains. So it becomes just a forest. And out there are the volcanoes, you can kind of see. And then that's the city out there on the lake, and you can see the volcanoes and mountains along the lake, and every so often you can see the smoke rising out there. So we're going to go for a little bit of a walk here, and hopefully we can remove some of this wind noise and see if we can't get some really great shots from up here. The girls didn't want to leave the car. They're like, no, the last one was really boring, so we're not really into the views. Go do this yourself. So this is the Mirador Zaira Julissa Lopez. And I love that they built these miradors along the new highway. It makes it so nice. You're driving, you want to brake, or these little communities that exist along here, they have places that they can go because it's just, there's not a lot here. So it gives like a little community park and whatnot as well. So that's really fantastic. So I'm happy that they do this here. And the views up here are spectacular. I bet on a really sunny day, this would really be something. This is about the highest point, and the wind gets pretty bad up here, but it also stays nice and cool. Like, you do not have to worry about getting overly hot up here much of the time, because unless it's absolutely bright sun, this is going to stay quite pleasant. And you can see behind me a number of little tiny shops have set up, so there's little places to get snacks and drinks and stuff. And then we've got this playground here and a basketball court, nothing super fancy. And then this is brand new. The little family market has popped in. I don't know what they have, but it's nice to see some things coming into this cool little community up here, which I actually don't know the name of the community itself. I'll try to figure it out and pop it up here. But just it's such a beautiful spot. If you're driving down Highway 169 in Nicaragua, I would recommend take 2 minutes, right? Pull over to the side of the road. That's all it takes. And grab a soda and enjoy this gorgeous view. And these miradors are all over the country. Nicaragua is a beautiful, beautiful country, and we have these things. Take advantage of them. Get out there and see what it looks like around the country. There's some great stuff, and these hills are just fantastic. I love it. All right, we're gonna get back in the car. We need to get back to Leon, and I'm heading to the beach tonight. There's this dog just walking around. So we're heading back, and it's currently almost 3:30, so it's been a very long day. We've got a little ways to go yet till we're back in Leon. Need to order dinner, and then going out to the beach to hang out with friends and spending the evening out there. So tired of driving, but gotta get done. I want to point out that is a barber shop there at the top of this little community. Along these, I expected these things to be all like snacks and drinks and stuff, and most of them are, but that one's a barber shop, so pretty cool. Actually, I'm going to cross the highway here. Let's run across. Before we get in the car, we're going to go over. I just want to show this community. This is great because you can see it from above. This is what a lot of the like traditional gated communities are like here in Nicaragua. This is, you know, completely not for expats, but this gives you an idea of what modern lower income community construction looks like here. And it's really a cute community. They've got a little boulevard running through there and all these cute little colorful matching houses with little yards, and very, very livable communities in this beautiful area along the highway. So it's a neat spot here. This gives you an idea of what I would call real Nicaragua. Not something that's really old, not something colonial or some special museum piece. This is what real houses are like for a very large percentage of the population. And then you can see there's another continuation of this community just there in front of us. Just more of the same, but there's a ravine in between, and so they weren't able to do it all in one spot. You can see they have a community park, just an open space in the middle of the community, so people can go out and have green space and play, and stairs coming up to the road here. And then they have this beautiful park right over here that they can use, and a little shop. So neat area, neat community, excuse me. And time to get back in the car, get on the road. So overall, a very successful day. Thanks for joining us here on the show. Please remember to like and subscribe, and if you'd like to help support the channel with all of our interesting things that we do with driving around and getting all this footage and whatever, just right up here, you can buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/ScottAllenMiller. And we're offering relocation assistance, house shopping, region shopping, tours, whatever it is you really need to make decisions or actually actioning travel or relocation type travel, then just hit us up here for assistance, info@relocatenicaragua.com. And that website's not live yet. It will be fairly soon. Our web designer's laptop died in the middle of doing this. So we have the email. Some people are like, I can't find the website. We're like, yes, like I said, just email. That's why I'm not giving out the website. But it's not up yet. It will be coming. And as always, share on social media. Tell your friends about the show. Post this on Twitter and stuff. Just throw that link up there. Hey, this is interesting. Something to check out. And go check out Drive Warp. If you've never watched that, they're nothing like this channel. Just shows, you know, me driving places. But I think it gives some beautiful views of interesting places. Please go watch that. Subscribe. Help support us over there. And I will see all of you tomorrow.